All right, we got ourselves a new Patrick CC video. Exploitation of Pokimane. Let's check it out.
In the past few years, live streamers have become some of the most famous and financially successful online creators. They usually have die-hard, cult-like fan bases who are willing to watch them sit at a desk for hours on end. But there's a major cost that comes with this type of attention: doxing, swatting, harassment, bullying, public scrutiny, obsessive fans, deepfakes, and even manipulation from corporate employees. Pokimane has been one of the top female streamers in a space that is very much dominated by men. At her peak, she was averaging 40,000 viewers, which is the equivalent of a sold-out Major League Baseball stadium in the United States. She has been subject to a lot of controversy in her near decade-long streaming career. Now, some of these incidents have been brought on by herself, but for a lot of them, she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem.
Was that some like top 10 list of Pokimane controversy? What the fuck was that?
Now, some of these incidents have been brought on
5 controversies Pokimane may wish to erase from history. That is weird.
by herself.
It's a little
but for
weird.
a lot of them, she seems to be a pawn in a much bigger problem. And it's reached a tipping point, starting to realize that all the money might not be worth the risk to be in her position. Stay hydrated. Since the beginning of her career, Pokimane has been accused of having pretty privilege, which is essentially the idea that being attractive makes it much easier to gain success at whatever you do.
I mean, there is a bit of truth to that. Yeah, it definitely does help. It does help.
This argument definitely does have some truths, but it's often used to minimize the work that women or men have put in to gain all of their notoriety. Pokimane has been streaming consistently for almost 10 years. She had amassed 20,000 followers on Twitch in 2014 before graduating high school. And although it seems like an easy job, being entertaining for hours on end, day in and day out, while sitting at a desk is very difficult. But she did benefit from the lack of competition. In 2014, Twitch only had around 300,000 daily active viewers. Her game of choice was League of Legends, which is still the most watched game of all time on Twitch, by a lot. A young woman who was genuinely interested in the game at that time was extremely rare. On top of being entertaining with her audience and good at the game, she was destined for success. And of course, the way she looked didn't hurt. Many of her followers were likely men who felt like they could hang around a girl who plays their favorite game, watches anime, and understands meme culture. She was every Reddit and Discord mod's dream girl. Some of her fans would send her hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars for a brief interaction to say their name and thank them for their generosity. These men are often referred to as simps, and they can get extremely out of control. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is actually banned on Twitch because it's seen as bullying,
it is.
But it's likely banned because Twitch profits so much from these men.
True.
That's true. And in return, Poki is the one who gets blamed because she doesn't shame these men for giving her money. A video titled "Simp Willingly Goes Homeless for Pokimane" was uploaded in May.
I mean, a lot of these streamers, they do get a shit ton of donations, like large donations from their viewer base, and there is like a certain level of, like, I guess kind of exploitation that these streamers take part in. Like, they kind of know what they're doing, right? They kind of know that these guys are desperate for attention. They probably don't get a lot of female attention, right? And so they, like, this is their chance to get some sort of, you know, interaction with a girl. And yeah, I don't know, the streamers, they know what they're doing.
Of 2020 by
it's a little weird,
which used several examples of interactions between Pokimane fans to highlight just how dangerously obsessed some of them appear to be. It's a Gundam came across grown men committing the heinous crime of sad cringe. I'm kind of short on savings, but I'll
see right there, that's sad, dude. That is just sad.
At $500 to drop this week. LMAO. Hope she sees this and knows I love her and miss her. Then somebody replies, only $500? Pathetic. Get your bread up. OP. I got evicted because I was 4 months behind on rent, so yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can sleep behind a Starbucks so I can use the free Wi-Fi.
No fucking way, dude. Oh my god, dude. That's like an addiction. That's some sort of like mental addiction.
The rest of my money.
We live in a day and age where men are shaming each other for not giving a woman who's already a millionaire.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy was being a little sarcastic, right?
The last bit of money they have. Welcome to 2020. It is a horrible time in history.
Pokimane reacted to It's a Gundam video and dismissed all the embarrassing tweets as fake. And still to this day, it's unclear if the tweets were real or not. Even if they were fake, it sadly isn't too far from the mentality
Oh,
of
maybe, yeah. Actually, I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that just because it doesn't seem that far from, you know, the realm of possibility.
Men that watch her
but
streams.
It might be fake,
but
yeah.
Poki committed a YouTube cardinal sin, going after the sponsor of the video.
I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
She got a lot of heat from YouTubers for this, since it's considered a low blow to go after someone's livelihood because she didn't like the content. The situation is ironic because Gundam was also kind of going after Poki's livelihood by bullying people that pay her money.
True.
Even if these men have extremely unrealistic expectations, Poki was defending her fans, which seems like what most people would do in that situation. Either way, she apologized.
I want to sincerely apologize to both It's a Gundam and to the sponsor of that video for the remarks and comments that I made. I completely understand people's concern for going after someone else's livelihood.
But this wasn't the first time she had to apologize. There was another controversy that resurfaced from 2014
The
where
N-word?
she said the N-word.
Nick, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as fuck and lame as hell. Cause only lame say that shit.
She immediately took to Twitter to try and explain herself. Hard for me to speak on this clip's context because it's so old. I'm almost 23 and was underage in that clip, but it was definitely not said in a racist or derogatory manner.
Wait, oh,
She said, adding, it was a time period and environment where saying it was more common
underage. Wait, I thought she was in like college when she started streaming.
and used as a replacement for dude, and I've never said it in a racist way, hard R either. Almost everyone below this tweet rallied in support for Pokimane, pointing out that this expose seemed like digging up old irrelevant clips of someone with the sole purpose of
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, you don't fucking say the N-word online or ever really, but like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that clip was, it's harmless.
publicly humiliating them out of spite. However, as Pokimane became more and more popular, this clip resurfaced.
There's much
often.
worse
She
shit
apologized
happening.
for the second time in 2020.
I've commented
Definitely
on
just people trying to find shit to I don't know, to
this
bring
in the
up.
past, but honestly, my statement or comments then weren't even good enough, even though people were very understanding. I just want to make it clear that I am genuinely so sorry if I hurt or offended anyone with what I said.
Oh, wait, was this one video where she just kind of was like rolling through apologies? Because it's like the same video as the last apology.
I really wish I could go back in time and change the past.
She had like a
Unfortunately, I
checklist
can't, but
for controversies.
I do hope that my behavior in regards to language for the last couple of years and onwards will speak for itself.
Keep in mind at this point in 2020, she was easily the largest female Twitch streamer and one of the top streamers, period. She is now an owner of Offline TV, which is essentially a streamer production house consisting of her friends that create content together and individually. They all work together and use their network to grow everyone's social media presence. And at the time, all of the biggest streamers were collaborating with each other to play the game Among Us.
Offline TV
Everything
is big.
that she was doing was being very meticulously watched and analyzed. This is when a large amount of hate started pouring in. People expressed their disdain.
Pokimane is the one girl who posts pictures of herself saying she's ugly to fish for comments and gets offended when someone agrees. Okay. Poki is that one girl in middle school who's so damn quirky, uwu, bubbly, and everyone loves her except you. You can't say you hate her because people get mad because she's just so uwu. You're a horrible person.
Saying her personality was fake, forced, and only saying and doing things.
She's like that girl in high school that developed early. She knew she was attractive and made of that one and only personality trait
what
forever.
She thinks her brand should be.
Yikes,
I think
dude.
it's also worth mentioning that people expect YouTubers and streamers to be 100% themselves because they give off this assumption that they are normal people and not acting. But it's almost always an enhanced version of themselves.
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, a lot of streamers, it is like, yeah.
Like my second channel is just me wearing goofy glasses and being overly animated. I mean, that is me or a side of me, but
like
it also has elements of a character.
Yeah.
But her N-word controversy would resurface again in 2022, and this time it took a twist nobody could have ever predicted. This controversy involves the very popular comedy YouTuber Gideon, who was just starting up his Twitch account in January of 2022. Gideon is known for being a troll, but his intentions are pure. He reacted to a video of Pokimane saying the N-word. Then he tweeted the video. Then 1 week later, on January 13th, Gideon goes live to more than 10,000 viewers. He had more viewers than Pokimane after his first week on the platform. So he instructed his viewers to go to her stream and spam the phrase L plus ratio, which was his way of trolling and bragging to her. Pokimane was simply minding her business. So why did he go after her? Well, because she is known as the Queen of Twitch, and trolling her is kind of a meme. But militarizing his audience is known as hate raiding, which is against TOS on Twitch. As she's getting flooded with spam, people start telling her that it's coming from Gideon, to which he gets mad at them for snitching. And then he says this.
If you're from Pokimane, if you're from Pokimane's chat, and you have a penis, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She is not gonna f you, bro.
Oh my god.
I don't care how many hours you watch her, she's not gonna f you, bro. She has a man's. Bro, you probably don't want to hear this. You probably don't want to hear this. But I'm sorry. I'm going to break the fourth wall. And spoiler alert, she's getting down every night by another nigga. She is getting down, deep stroked. Balls deep.
Oh, no.
Balls banging on the wall.
No.
Every night.
Pokimane responded to the harassment by saying whoever was responsible,
that's weird.
If you get banned, I'm not going to be sad, and then ended her stream. But the story gets a little weirder when Ninja somehow got alerted about what was happening.
Oh yeah, how did Ninja get involved in this?
And he got in contact with Gideon to let him know that he was screwed.
I promise you guys, there's literally nothing I can do.
Ninja was right. Once Twitch became aware of the incident, they banned Gideon for 14 days, which later turned into a permanent ban following an appeal prior to his 14-day ban period. People suspected that Gideon received such a harsh consequence because Pokimane is regarded as Twitch's golden child that they will do anything to protect. After Gideon updated his
Twitch's ban rates are like all over the place. It's like some people will get banned a week for showing nudity, some people will get banned permanently for, you know, like this. It's like it's very inconsistent.
Followers on the state of his Twitch account, people instantly began blaming Pokimane clarified the following day that she had nothing to do with Gideon's ban and claimed that Gideon and his fans were targeting her because she's a woman. The reason Pokimane mentioned her gender is that during Gideon's stream, he taunted Poki's male audience and told them no matter how much they donated, Poki wasn't going to sleep with them. Ludwig chimed in on this and basically said that this is just something Pokimane has to deal with.
Do is have sex with Poki, which, you know, it sucks. That's how
it doesn't just suck. It's not fucking okay. I'm so tired of people acting like it just sucks and it's unlucky. And it just is what it is. I don't want to be in an industry where that just sucks. I do not want it to be is anymore. Please, yes, thank you. I can't even English anymore.
Not much you can do about it, though.
I'm so sick of this shit.
There seemed to be a huge divide. A lot of men thought Poki was being overly dramatic, and Ludwig was just pointing out the reality of sexism that exists on Twitch. But others thought Poki's frustration is justified, as she is constantly being sexualized day in and day out when she's just a girl who plays video games. But some people are convinced that Pokimane is lying, and that she purposely tries to appear single to maintain her innocent and single persona. If men assume that she's single, their parasocial bond increases, and they are more likely to send her gifts and money if they truly believe that one day she might notice them. Or maybe she just wants to keep her private life private like everyone else. But before Gideon would end up apologizing for his behavior, things took an insane twist. Ninja brought up the situation again when people were in his chat begging him to try to help Gideon get unbanned. In order to get viewers to stop spamming, he claims that he texted his partner manager to help him out.
All right, I sent the text. I don't promise a goddamn thing.
Pokimane did not like this.
That's so weird that Ninja got himself involved.
And Ninja like allied.
So random.
And saying, oh, like I'll try to make sure your ban isn't too bad. That's a little weird.
Then she tweeted, "It baffles me when other streamers don't stand up against blatant harassment or misogyny." While discussing all of this on a live stream, Ninja DM'd Poki and let her know that he didn't actually contact his representative at Twitch. We only know this because Poki shared the DM to her audience while she was streaming, with the final words being, "You're making a big mistake." This appeared to be a threat, which was kind of confirmed by a second exposed DM from Ninja's wife.
Oh, Ninja's wife, dude. So cringe. We are considering everything defamation of character at this point and are getting our legal team involved. You are spewing lies to tens of thousands of people. You know Twitch and claim to know his rep, and you never know. Then you know from them that Tyler never reached out to anyone. And again, They said that to stop the harassment in his chat from Gideon's viewers. We have clarified everything to you. We are actively bringing harassment to Tyler and I right now at the highest level. And we are taking this very seriously.
Saying that they're considering everything Pokey was saying as defamation of character, and they are getting their legal team involved. But these threats never really amounted to anything.
Yeah.
Gideon privately and publicly apologized to Pokimane, asking his supporters to stop harassing her social media accounts. He says his actions were corny and he was being petty. Pokimane responded by accepting his apology.
Is Patrick
and
CC going to go over the
together and consider each other friends to this day? It's pretty clear that Gideon made a mistake, owned up to his mistake, and the person who was the victim in the situation forgave him. But Twitch still has banned Gideon, and they do not plan on allowing him to come back to their platform. Free Gideon, y'all. But Pokimane's overreaction to being sexualized and harassed for being a woman reached a tipping point recently that may just have her ready to quit. Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing, known online as Atriot, accidentally exposed himself after exiting a game he was streaming and allowing viewers to see all the tabs he had open on his screen, one of which was a website that had deepfake pornographic content.
That's a lot of tabs.
The website featured deepfakes of fellow female streamers such as Pokimane, Maya Higa, QT Cinderella, and many more. Though Atriot quickly switched tabs without trying to draw attention to them, it was too late. Screen grabs were taken and shared across the internet. Atriot issued a tearful apology, stating that this is not a pattern of behavior, but that he fell down an AI rabbit hole at 2 a.m. one morning and ended up on the site. However, the website charges $15 a month to watch the provided content, meaning that Atriot must have intentionally created an account and entered his credit card willingly. Atriot, who is married, made the apology video along with his wife, who was also crying. What made the situation even creepier is that he's friends with some of the women featured on the site, with some having already responded. Streamers like QT Cinderella and Sweet Anita spoke out against the deepfake pornography on their respective Twitter accounts, with QT Cinderella expressing the pain that she's facing in the wake of such horrors on a Twitch stream. Female streamers are continuously finding themselves being sexualized without their consent. They are often harassed for simply being a woman within the streaming community, and this is just one more way that they are denied their basic humanity by having these deepfakes of themselves in a sexually explicit manner put on the internet, with very little they can do about it. According to Matthew B. Kugler, a professor of law at Northwestern University, since deepfakes began appearing online in 2015, they've become more convincing every year, growing in quality and quantity. Research by Sensity AI, a company that monitors deepfakes, found in 2018 that 90 to 95% of deepfakes were non-consensual porn, which Kugler explained could be traumatic for the victim. A 2019 report from DeepTrace, a technology research company, found that 99% of pornographic deepfakes featured female celebrities. Psychotherapist Lisa Sanfilippo, whose expertise includes sexual trauma, told Insider that creating false pornographic images is a major violation. She said that for the victim, seeing images of yourself or images that are falsified to look like you in acts that you might find reprehensible, scary, or that would only be for your personal life can be very destabilizing, even traumatizing. There is no ability to give consent there. Basically, everyone agrees that deepfakes are mostly going to be used for bad things, and because of this, people are starting to understand why Pokimane and other female streamers are fed up with being sexualized, because all of those overreactions have built up to this deepfake stuff, which is being denounced by everyone. Pokimane didn't really address the deepfakes as closely as others. She seems really fed up with the constant over-sexualization of her and her peers, and it's not just coming from her obsessive fans, it's also coming from Twitch employees. Just a few months ago, Pokimane opened up to viewers during a live stream about a well-networked professional in the streaming industry who allegedly faked a romantic relationship.
I mean, it's like, it's someone that works at Twitch
with Poki to get close to women in her community.
Someone that I and many streamers have been working with for years, someone who was also employed at a large company in the industry.
What I don't really get is, I mean, I'm sure she has a good reason for this, but like, why didn't she just call them out? Like, drop a name, come on. Why are you trying to keep them anonymous?
Has targeted and manipulated girls, specifically in my community,
give the details
by falsifying a romantic
Call
and
out
sexual
Twitch.
relationship with me.
She explained. Pokimane went on to claim that the individual leaked privileged information he gathered from his job and threatened to harm himself if the targeted girls ever came forward.
A few months ago, a few girls in my community came forward to me with some concerns and asked to speak to my manager. They proceeded to send my manager countless screenshots and videos of their conversation with him, proving the lying and manipulation that was going on.
Pokimane said the person would approach girls in her community and tell them he struggled with mental health issues to gain their trust before sending fabricated conversations between himself and her. He would then allegedly send fake explicit photos of Pokimane, hoping to receive similar images from the women in her community with whom he was speaking. He acted like he knew and hung out with me and my friends in person, she explained. This is someone I've never met. It's truly some of the most disgusting and deplorable behavior I've ever heard of. Pokimane stated that the person was fired after an investigation was conducted into their behavior. This wasn't even the first time someone who worked at Twitch was fired for sexual misconduct. And it seems like Twitch is clearly confused as to where they draw the line with sexual conduct. They want to promote body positivity in their hot tub section, which is very clearly softcore porn that promotes the culture of paying women to be lewd on camera. Twitch also makes a ton of money from this part of their platform, and that's all good and fine to support. But for streamers like Pokimane who just want to play games, they have to deal with the audiences of those lewd streamers who can just click one tab and harass Pokimane. But a lot of people don't see it as harassment because the streamers are profiting from it. So then Poki speaking up just makes people assume she is sensitive and annoying, and that she should be grateful that she is rich. Overall, it seems like she is fed up with all of this. She's streaming less than she ever has and still finding herself in the middle of controversies. And considering everything that's happened, all the money might not be worth subjecting herself to this bullshit any longer.
I mean, I think that's why she's streaming less, because, I mean, it's just too much. So I think she's found a nice little, at the time, or for now, she's found a nice little balance between streaming and being offline. Yeah, it's terrible.